That was lame.
Hey everybody, how we doing? This is episode 11 of the After Hours with the Donny Grubb Band. We have our buddy here, Tom McKillip from up in Canada. He hangs out with us when we're playing with Kenny Hess.
Tom, what's happening, buddy?
I'm just hanging out here waiting to talk to my south of the border buddies.
South of the border.
We are south of the border quite a bit compared to you. We're used to south of the border being something completely different here.
I'm used to.
I guess so.
Speaking of south of the border, yesterday was Taco Tuesday, and I missed my south of the border tradition.
Yeah, I feel like Pancake Day was within this last week too, and like last week it was like Hamburger Helper Day or something.
It was cheeseburger. Last Tuesday was National Cheeseburger Day, which is, Tom, if you don't know about this, it's why us all Americans are 300 pounds. We have days set aside of the month for particular foods to gorge ourselves on.
It used to be just fish on Friday, didn't it?
It used to be.
Fish Friday. Then that turned into Stir Friday.
Just Stir Friday. I've never even heard that.
Oh, man. It's stir fry. Makes sense, right?
Tom, are you home right now?
I am.
Is that a Telecaster I see sitting behind you?
That looks like a saxophone.
Not that.
That's a Telecaster.
Purdy.
That's awesome.
Rosewood fretboard. What model is that?
That's a saxophone.
That's a saxophone there.
That's a sexy phone.
So, like,
you know what that Telecaster is?
What is that?
It shouldn't even be mentioned on a call with you because it's a Mexican-made telly that I put new pickups in and a new bridge, and I love it.
Oh, I love Mexican tellies too. I've got a couple of them, and I've got one that I just built out of a Mexican body.
Yeah.
I put some hot rails in it, and it's a good. I use that for slide.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of good Mexican tellies out there.
Well, you know what? My son-in-law Darren he's one of those guys that's bought pickups all his life. They're like young guys that like switching out everything, and so he had these pickups. One is a DiMarzio, and the other is a I forget what the other one is, but we put a new neck pickup in, and they're both exactly like a telly pickup, and they sound fantastic.
They do. You're gonna think I'm really sacrilegious here, but I end up putting a Fender N3 neck pickup in my 51 just recently because I lost my neck pickup, gave out on me, so I had to replace it. I've still got the original part, but it needs to be rewound, and it's a mess.
Right.
But I put an N3 in there, and it sounds great. I like it a lot.
So if you just send that to Fender, like, does that still give you the same street cred if they rewind it and all that fun stuff?
I'm not sure. I've never tried it because I don't have that much money. But hopefully someday I'll have it rewound.
It seems like Fender. It seems like Fender though. They want to have any reason to touch your guitar though.
Well,
they got Tele-envy.
They do.
Tele-envy.
Well, they held his guitar ransom for like 6 months there. It felt like a few years ago.
Yeah. They had it for a while. So I had a buddy, Tom, several years ago. I was playing at a place up in Cave Creek, Arizona. And this friend of mine, I let him play my telly, and he went to hanging up on this old guitar hanger that was on a wall, that was a big no-no, and dropped my guitar off the wall. It landed on the stage, bounced off the butt of the guitar onto the dance floor, which it bounced off the headstock, and then came crashing flat. And
Tom is in pain right now.
I know, and I ended up losing a bit of section of wood out of the neck pocket on that, and it's been haunting me ever since.
Oh my God! I just had a fella playing mandolin on a project I was recording. His name is John Reichman, and he's a fabulous mandolin player. And he lives in Vancouver because he married a girl from here. But he's from the States, and I'm not sure where. But he's very much a bluegrass legend and does that whole circuit. And he was in, and his mandolin sounded insanely good. I'd never heard one that sounded just in the room. You listen to it and think, wow, how come they don't all sound like that? And so we asked him about it, and he bought it in California in 1981, I think he said for $8,000. So think about that. 1981, he paid $8,000 for it, but he knew what he was buying. He knew what it was. He's a very accomplished player, and it's worth $400,000 now.
Holy jeez!
And I said, "What do you do with that in the airport?" He goes, "I keep it pretty close."
So he's not flying Allegiant Air then.
No, he ain't throwing it for the. Just check this underneath for me, would you? In my soft shell case.
Right, no international flights with that one, huh?
That's the other reason I bought the Mexican Tele, is because I can get on a plane, and if they go, "Nope, you're not bringing it on board," then you can go, "Okay, well, if it breaks, it breaks. So take those pickups and put them in another Mexican Tele."
Yeah, I was telling Kenny that I was feeling iffy about taking my old one up to Canada with me. When we go up there, and I was going to bring one of my other Telecasters, and he said, "If you don't bring that Tele, don't come."
Sounds
You're
about
such
right.
a bull.
I know. I said I love you, Donny, but it's really the guitar.
Yeah.
Now, you can come up here with any Tele you want, but you have to play like you play.
Well, he's got a fun little Mexican Tele that he got from J.D. Hogue from the Ventures.
I do, yeah.
Neat.
Yeah, in fact, I let Jay, when Jay was down here in Phoenix playing on whatever tour that was he was on, that's the guitar I let Jay borrow when he was here.
Yeah.
And it was funny is I had actually just got that from JD, and so I hadn't had a chance to play it at all. I just got it, and it was the one I had at the house. So I gave the Jay, and then Jay called me the day later, and he goes, "Do you mind if I set this thing up, please?" I said, "No, help yourself." So I got the guitar back a week later, several days later, and the setup was perfect. I don't know what he did, but it plays itself. It's awesome. I love that guitar.
Excellent.
Jay obviously knows what he's doing.
Oh yeah, he's a little guru on that stuff, and he really knows how to buy and sell vintage guitars and amps too. He really does know that well, except they all have the same disease. They can buy them, but they have a hell of a time selling them.
Yeah, I know that
Don't
story.
we all?
But you can say, "I got 28 amps. They're all Fenders. They're all pre-60, all this." And, well, he goes, "Well, when I die, though, like when I die, you can sell them all." I said, "Yeah, but nobody will know like you do.
Right.
So you should tell me all about it now, and I'll take care of it."
Wow.
Catalog it, have it all ready, have a signed little slip so that it's got that certificate of authenticity there.